Hello everyone, Paul here. Today I'm going to show you kind of a continuation to the video that I made the last video that I made where I talked about a change in settings with the Andean Oscillator. Today I'm going to show you we're specifically going to be using this strategy with the rainbow strategy because part of my formula here is the rainbow strategy and the Andean Oscillator, and using the strategy for we're going to be using it for stocks today. But I'm going to show you why you need the rainbow strategy, why you need to change your Andean oscillator settings, why you got to change it. It gives better results. So we're going to be looking at this in the perspective of doing options trading and doing this on the hour by finding the signals on the hour. So this is going to be a continuation to like what I talked about yesterday, but this is if you want to do options trading and you want to find good moments by looking at it on the hour. I personally do it on the hour. Now the disadvantage to this strategy and when you're doing options is it's not going to be an everyday thing. It's going to be when the lines are crossing. That's not going to be every day. You could with this strategy, it could only be like once a week. But the whole point of this strategy is to really pinpoint the exact moments that are going to probably turn into some pretty good trades. So I'll quickly show you how to plug it in with the rainbow strategy and change settings with the Andean Oscillator. And then we'll look at a couple stocks and see how this will work in your favor. Okay, so to set up this strategy, you're going to need 4 indicators loaded. Okay, the first one you're going to load up your you're going to go to your, let's go here. You're going to go to 3 smooth. You're going to go to 3 smooth moving averages, and you're going to click that 3 times. With those settings, you're going to change it to 20, 25, 30. Now with the 20, I usually make it more thick than the others because it's the most important line out of any of them. So 20, 25, 30 for the first batch. Second batch is 35, 40, 45. Make sure you got bright colors too. Bright colors that stand out. And the last one here is 50 and 55. We don't need the third one. We check that one off. Make sure you have bright colors. So that will set up your rainbow strategy. And the next you want to do your Andean Oscillator, and you want to change the default. You want to change the default settings from the length to 20 and the signal line to 9. And once you do that, you'll have this set up. And basically what I want to do is we look at everything on the hour. So like I said, the signal and the trades are not going to be, it's not going to be intraday. Most likely you might find it once a week, most likely. So anyway, what you want to do is basically, since we're dealing with options and contracts and things like that, you want to be really precise on the direction. So you first need to get a good idea of what the overall direction is going. So we use the rainbow strategy to kind of tell what direction it's going overall. And we could tell that the S&P 500, if we're looking at it on the hour here, the S&P 500 has been bullish since May 6th. At least on the hour it has. So we can tell at the end here that it is still bullish even though it has been going down. So we just have to keep that in mind that whatever we do for our trades, it's focused on going with the trend. So when that happens, we want to look at our Andean Oscillator here. And we want to focus on all the moments. Now this is very important. Now, if you watch other videos on the Andean Oscillator, they're probably going to tell you, well, just get in when the reds and greens are crossing, and just get in. Well, if I haven't said anything yet, I always change my settings: bullish green, bearish red, signal line white. I don't think I'll mention that. But anyway, anybody in another video might say, hey, just get in at the cross right here, or get in right here when it's going down. Those are not times to get in my opinion. For this strategy to work effectively, you only get in when it's the red or the green crossing up through the signal line on the hour. Those are your moments to getting in, because those are the moments, those are the best moments to get in your trade. So let's just look and see. We'll find a couple scenarios here. We'll look at SPY. So we can see that the green line crosses the signal line right here. So this would be a moment to get in. We see that, looking at the rainbow strategy, that currently it is in an uptrend. It is an uptrend at that moment, so that passes as well. So we would get in right about here, enter our trade, and we exit when it starts touching the signal line again. And this is actually, well, this is 1 day. I like doing a day, so I probably would have got out right here, personally. This would have resulted in $737 if you followed it correctly. So let's just keep going with this. So we see that the uptrend stopped right here. So then we're now in a downtrend. So what we want to focus on in the downtrend, we want to focus when the red line is crossing up through the signal line. So we want to focus on that. And like I said, you're doing it on the hour. You're going to be waiting a while, but you'll get better results if you do it this way, in my opinion. So we see the start of it going in a downtrend right here, and we see the red line crossing up through the signal line, and you could get in right here. You get in right here, and you can ride it till it touches the signal line, which is right about here. This is a 4-day move, and this would result in it's a $12 move, and this would result in about $1,272. So let's just real quickly look at a couple other scenarios with SPY, and then I want to look at some other stocks. So currently, we can look at the rainbow strategy and say that the trend is going up. So we would focus on the moments when the green line is crossing up on the signal line. So it would come right here. It crosses up right here, so we get in right about here. Ride it out. And this is about a day right here. This is about $777. So let's just keep on going. I'll do this a couple more times. Now, we are still in a uptrend, so I would not have done this trade right here, even though this is against the trend right here. You still could have made that one, but I don't go against the trend. So we see it happen right here. Green line's crossing through this signal line right about here. This is going to be a small one, and it touches again right about here. This is $300 in about 1 day. And we see it happen again right here. Green line crossing is up on the signal line. Come in right about here, ride it out till it touches the signal line. This is the end of the day right about here. So this is about $500. Green line coming through the signal line. The rainbow strategy saying it's an uptrend. Ride it up till it touches the signal line again. And this is 3 days. Let's just see if we get anything smaller. Here's a day. We got about $500. So we see it going through the signal line again right here. Come right about here, ride it out, right till it touches the signal line. And this is about 1,000. Well, this is a day. Let's do a day here. It's a day. This is $11 move. This is about $1,138. So it works really well with SPY if you follow this precisely. Use the rainbow strategy to figure out what the overall trend is. Now with the S&P 500, it's usually up. It's usually an uptrend, but there are different moments where it could go down, so you just got to keep your eyes open for that. But usually the S&P 500 is going up. So things you need to check off is check the rainbow strategy to see the overall trend. and then look at your Andean Oscillator, and you either wait for the green line to cross the signal line or the red line to cross through the signal line. Let's look at a couple other stocks here. Let's look at Amazon. Okay, so the same rules apply for Amazon. What you want to do is you want to identify the overall trend. So what we can see right here is this is a downtrend right here. So you would focus when the red line is crossing up on the signal line, which that would be right here. You see that happen right here. Follow it down till it touches. Well, it hasn't touched yet, but you know, let's just do a day. Right about here, we have $1 difference in price. Not much on that one. But that was the start of a downtrend. Let's see. Let's follow it from when it went up. So it started going up right about here. So it started going up right about here. Let's catch all the moments. Let's catch all the moments. Now, like I said at the beginning of this video, when you're doing it on the hour, this is not going to be a daily. It's not an intraday. You literally have to wait for your lines to cross with the Andean Oscillator, and that's not going to be every day. But you see it happening right here. You see the uptrend starting right here. You could have get in right about here. And I think this is actually earnings. Is this earnings? No, it's not earnings. But if you got in right here, wrote it out, let's just do a day. We could get out to when it touches the signal line. You can do 2 days worth, which is about $785. So let's just keep following it and see if we see another time where it goes up. We are still in an uptrend, but it has not passed the signal line yet. Has not passed the signal line yet. And it's going back down again. So there was only that one time during this whole time. But let's look again. Let's look at another moment. So this is a downtrend right here. So the downtrend right here, we see it crossing through the signal line. You come in right about here. Write it out. This is a day, so you made about $571. So let's look at one more stock, and then I think you guys get the general idea. Let's look at Coinbase. Now, Coinbase, it's the same rules that apply. Now, you can do this on a shorter time frame, but I'll probably go over that in another video. But today I kind of want to just go over doing all this on a longer time frame. I don't want to overwhelm you guys, but I'll probably make another video on how to do this on a more intraday level. When you do it on intraday level, you have to pay more attention to the charts. So when you're doing it on the hour here, you don't really have to. You can leave it for a full day, or you could actually leave it running for longer because your chances of it going beyond is more. But anyway, Coinbase here, we can see that the uptrend started right here. We haven't seen any moment. It just started that right here. It hasn't finished, but we'll check it anyway. So right about here. Could have got in it the last couple hours on the last. This is a $10 move. So we see it has a downtrend. The downtrend started right here. So let's find all the moments where it's crossing up with the signal line. It happens right here. See that happening right here. You could have rode this down. That's a $41 difference in price in 3 days. That would have been a good one. Let's see if we find any moments where it crosses up again. You see it happen again right here. So we ride this one out till it touches the signal line again. Right about here. You ride it till it touches the signal line again. And this is a $23 move. in about 2 days. So let's just see if we can find it again. Now this, you might have to zoom in a little bit on these, but when they're so close together, it's probably a trade I won't take. But you see, right about here's another trade. It's very brief, but you still made about $1,000 there. And let's look at one more cycle with Coinbase. This is a uptrend. The uptrend starts here. The uptrend starts right here because the 20 and the 55 are crossing. And you see that happening with, see the green line crossing through the signal line. So you get in right about here. Ride it up till it touches the signal line again. Could get out here for your day right here. It's a $28 difference in price. So this is about almost a $3,000 move. If you rode it till it touches the signal line, this is close to about 5,000. So then we see it happen again right here. Crosses up with the green line till it touches it. Right about here. If you rode it till it touches the signal line, right about here. This is about a $40 difference in price. So this is about a $4,000 move. So we see it happen again right here. See right here till it crosses. This is a $26 difference in price. So this is about a $2,642 move. You see it happen again right here. You ride it out until it touches the signal line. And this is well, that's 5 days. If you want to ride it out 5 days if you want, but let's just look for smaller. This is 2 days. 2 days, it's a $33 difference in price. It is a $3,366 move. So anyway, I think you guys get the general idea of how this works. You load your rainbow strategy and you focus on the hour and you identify, you want to look for the moments where the rainbow strategy, basically the 20 and the 55 cross, because you'll get the overall direction of where everything's going. And then you want to go to your Andean Oscillator to see all the moments going up. If it's bullish, you want to focus when the green line is going through the signal line. If it's bearish, you want to focus when the red line is going through the signal line. Now, I look for this on the hour chart. It's just a favored timeline for me to do my trades. This could work. It should work for the smaller time frames. I don't really recommend it because you're looking at the charts more, and you can make more mistakes if you focus on the smaller time frames. But if I were to go down to a smaller time frame, I probably would go down to the 15-minute. That's the bare minimum of time frames that I would go down to. That's more on an intraday level, and you can find more daily scalps that way. But personally, I do it on the hour, especially when doing option contracts. You can really find all those good moments. But anyway, this is particularly for, when you're doing option trading, because you're on expiration, and when you're doing expiration, you want to make sure you're in some pretty good trades. I don't like, doing shorter time frames, especially when you're doing options, because you got your option contract and you want to write it out for as long as you want to find all the good ones that can lead to the most gains. And in my opinion, you can find that on the hour. You can find more of them on the hour than doing them smaller time frames. And to me, it's worth the wait. But anyway, if you guys like this video, I'll probably be going over this strategy again for the other assets. Other than that, if you like this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. See you guys in future videos.